watched the movie the other day. I think my favorite scene is when you're in the classroom with the kids. I had to keep rewinding it because I just thought it was so funny.
Aren't they adorable?
Yeah,
they were so good.
But
the one who rolls his eyes when he's tired.
Yeah. And it just I used to be a kindergarten assistant when I was younger, and it just kind of reminded me of the silly things that kids say, is that your boyfriend?
Yeah. That was a fun scene.
Kids are honest.
And it was so natural. They didn't look like they were acting. They looked like,
good.
They were barely acting.
They were. There was a lot of editing too, but they were good.
Probably.
But they were good. I thought it was. They were pretty easy to direct, actually.
And Barry.
Barry.
The one who wears the little garb, who does the presentation.
He was so cute. He was so good, actually. I loved him. Cool.
So, I mean, the film is so great because it's just, I feel like it's just specific to what couples kind of go through, just the little nuances and the little things that we can all identify with. Mm-hmm. So tell me about the process of writing the script.
Yeah, so Mallory came up, why am I holding it? Jeez. Such a director move. Let me take this.
It's fine.
Yeah, it's hilarious. So Mallory had the story outline, and then she had the first draft. Did you get lipstick on? First draft of the script.
We're very close, and I've been holding back from doing that for hours.
All day.
All day. And now that we're in the safety of a woman journalist, I could do it.
You can't do it in front of them because then it'll get awkward.
They're like,
Exactly.
her
They're
superpower's kissing other girls or something.
I'm
Anyways.
like, you wish. Okay, anyways. Good answer. You wish. I'm kind of losing it, Liz. I know. It was a lot. We had to focus a lot.
Okay. Yes. So we weren't friends before we worked together. We became friends through the process, and so we brought very different strengths to the table. She's much better at making things subtle and also trimmed down, and I'm more
she would plant details and Easter eggs and have this great way of really
She's
great
more
detail
tax
work.
day, and I'm more Easter. I'm just kidding. I don't know Easter eggs. I was thinking to the point. I don't know.
Okay.
Bottom line.
Yeah, bottom line is in this scene, this needs to happen. By page 15, this needs to happen. I'm pretty good at structure, I think.
And then together we're Independence Day.
That's right.
Her mom's birthday's July 4th. We're fireworks. Anyways, okay, I had to bring Janet in. She wanted to be brought in.
She does. She loves the spotlight.
But writing together, we have different senses of humor, but also find the same things. I don't know. It's we had different ideas, but also could respect each other's sensibilities. Mm-hmm. So when each of us would come back with something, it was I would have never thought of that, but let's try it. And
we'd certain things I would fight for that she was kind of on the fence about, and certain things you would fight for that I was I don't know, and
sure.
Yeah.
And that was a good exercise because we both have control issues, and it's a good exercise in that. Yeah. And some of those things shine best in the final thing.
Right.
Things that neither of us would have felt secure at first doing.
I'm pretty sure you wrote the are you my boyfriend kind of kid stuff.
Yeah, which seemed a little too much.
Which
at the
felt
time.
it could be too cheesy, but it worked. You know what I mean? It really worked.
Yeah. And we did cut out a lot of very goofy wordplay stuff that I was
Yeah, I liked.
Carlyn's kind of cooler. And I have a very dark sense of humor, and she brought more of a, actually something that won't make people depressed. I'm like, isn't that funny? And they're like, no, I want to kill myself. And I was like, that's not funny, how horrible he is to her. And she's like, that's
funny, but
yeah.
Yeah, that's probably your question.
I know I'm being all over the place, so.
It's fine.
Okay. I don't even remember the
can
initial
edit all this
question.
out.
Something about writing.
Yeah.
Well, tell me about casting, for the guys.
Yeah.
Augustine.
So, Augustine is such a specific part, and that's the one we were most worried about because it's first of all, we wanted it to actually be a South American person because it was at first Argentina, then we changed to Chile. And honestly, we could have, if we found someone from Peru that we loved, it'd be fine. We just wanted it to feel authentic. And so he's Chilean, and his brother is actually a really well-known filmmaker. And so he's been in a few Sundance movies with Michael Cera and stuff. And you and Melissa, our producer, met him at Sundance. And
By chance.
they were like, "That's him. He is the part."
We we didn't want to go to the screening based off of anything strategic. Melissa, the producer, who couldn't be here, but she said, "I really want to see this movie." And I was like, "Okay." And I went to the movie, and then I was like, "Oh my gosh, there's a guy who's just like that character. How is this happening?"
Yeah.
And we met him afterwards, and he said he's a baby. I mean, now that I know how young he was when we shot our movie,
He was like 20 when he shot our movie.
and he was like 18 when we met him, but he seemed older. I know.
I know.
And
he's not.
so
good. He's like so innocent and sweet.
He's so natural, right? And
He was a sweetheart.
yeah. And then Zach was 2 days before we started shooting. 2 days.
2 to 3 days before we started shooting.
Yeah.
Because we had a guy who couldn't make it because
yeah.
of schedule.
I met him the night before we started shooting.
Yeah. It was wild.
Yeah, and he's great. I mean, he's so easy to work with.
Yeah, he's a pro. I mean, he's like a TV star, right? Yeah. So like it was so interesting editing the footage too, because he was the one, like the three of them were like a little more like indie film.
Yeah.
But Zach like knew exactly where to hit his mark and would hit the mark here. It was just like,
and
damn.
he could flip the switch more, whereas I'm like brooding. I'm like walking around.
But he'd be like, and then he's just like, he's a pro.
One of my other favorite scenes is the shower scene when he's like,
That's what
they said.
Who said that?
They said that, right?
They did, yeah.
Interesting.
That,
but not before today.
Yeah.
Nobody's really brought it up.
Yeah, but I thought so too. That was based off of a little bit of how my dad would be. Not that I would.
I didn't think about it for a minute, but
yeah.
it's like really funny.
Yeah,
cool.
Yeah, and I hope we would love to end up playing a South American film festival because he's in Chile.
Yeah.
And his brother's a big deal there, and he's a big deal there, and it'd be so fun to.
I know.
Well, I mean, who wouldn't want to go to a film festival in another continent? I mean, that just sounds fun. Period.
Yeah.
But we need to start submitting to those.
We do. I know. Reminds us.
Yeah.
We've run out of money.
Yeah.
But haha, not kidding. Give us money.
In conclusion, give us money.
Yeah.
Well, and
Sure.
I mean, now's the fun time to give money because you get to just see it
Right.
right away. The risky part was years ago.
Yeah, that's true.
Now it's like you get to kind of tag on. You get dessert as a producer.
Ooh, that makes me want dessert.
And that makes me want to go find more people to help us do these things. Anyways,
Well,
Liz, you're so
congratulations.
lovely.
Thank you. You guys
I like
are
your
lovely
necklace,
too.
too.
Thank you.
Oh, I do too.
It's really cool. Your necklace.
Oh, it's part of her
Oh,
dress.
it's part of my dress.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Nice. Very cool.
Yeah. Are you from Dallas?
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I grew up here.
This must be super exciting for you.
It's really fun. I mean, the theater just now had a bunch of my mom's friends and a lot of my family, and so yeah, very rewarding. I love this festival. James Faust and the other programmers and we're friends with Daniels from a lab that we did with him, and then
And when's your
anyways,
screening?
our next screening's at 10 o'clock. We just had one. We were the first
Tomorrow.
screening of the festival.
Wow.
Which was, I didn't
know,
realize.
yeah.
Because there was that big screening last night at Bonnie and Clyde. I thought there were probably screenings all day today, but there weren't.
Okay.
Ours was the first one, and then 10 o'clock tomorrow night at the Magnolia.
Okay.
So if you want to see it again and you're not
or
busy,
tell your friends.
Oh,
Or
I
tell your
will.
friends.
I'll post this. So
Oh,
you can have it
great.
before.
Well, then find us on Facebook or whatever so that we can keep up
Okay.
with it.
I
I mean,
certainly
the Big Spoon, you can tag, of course, but we'd also like,
Okay.
as individuals, to...
Well, thank you guys
Yeah.
so much.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate it.
Nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you too.